What's up, everyone? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch Finn FN-2187 in his Stormtrooper get-up, I'll say. Comes in this nice black and red packaging. I really do prefer this black and red packaging, actually, to the original. What was it? The orange was the first packaging, and then the blue. I actually like this better, especially with the numbering on the side, and this is number 17 in the series. Switch around to the back, there's a little read up. If you want to pause it, you are more than welcome to, and read it. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get Finn out of packaging, and we'll take a closer look at him. We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back with Finn out of packaging, and I just had to do this little scene, you know. Really cool scene. Actually, something that we've never seen before in a Star Wars film was actually seeing the stormtroopers, you know, actually care for one another. You can actually see that, you know, obviously we got the blood marks on the helmet here, but I really like this figure. I'm so glad that they decided to give us this and not just like another Stormtrooper filler. But it looks pretty cool. I'll just set him aside really quick. Yeah, I do like him. I wish maybe he was a hair shorter, because Finn is on the shorter side. When comparing him, I'll actually compare him with the helmet on and then the helmet off. I mean, here you go. Let me just pop the camera up a little bit. Sorry about that. He is a little bit taller than his original release, and even with the helmet off, if I can get it off, there we go. Even with the helmet off, I mean, they're kind of close, but I mean, I guess you could say, well, he's got armor on, so he's a little bit taller. But he is pretty, I mean, he's significantly taller than his original release, so yeah, that's unfortunate. But I guess it's not the biggest deal breaker in the world. Would have preferred a little bit shorter, but actually, this is unpegging on his back. Maybe they just must not have glued this in. His thermal detonator is coming off of his back there. That's odd. But overall, sorry. Sorry about that. I don't know which one I like better. I know it is a new head sculpt, so you can definitely tell there. He's kind of got like a little bit of a smirk here, and his eyes are drooping, look upward, where this guy looks straight on. I think I like this head sculpt better. I'm going to be honest with you. I like this guy better than this one. Plus his head sits a little bit too short. I feel like the head should be a little bit higher up on this Finn. Like, not quite off, but maybe like right there. Maybe that looks a little bit better. Also makes him a little bit taller, so a little bit more believable that he was in the suit. Makes him a little bit taller. Sorry. He does come with 2 or 3 accessories, actually. He comes with his helmet. There you go. And there's not just blood right here. There's also a little speck of blood there, and 2 specks of blood over here too. So I really do appreciate that. The line work looks pretty good for the most part. So, and it does fit very snug on his head. So once it's on, it's not going to fall off or anything like that. So that's good. And you can just pull it right off like so, and there you go. He does come with also his blaster rifle. Pretty much the same standard blaster rifle. Here's a regular Stormtrooper, same thing. And then obviously his sidearm. So that's good. And it just pegs right into here on the side of his leg. It pegs in very snug. You can also peg in the blaster rifle if you want to, because I believe that the holsters are magnetic, so they just kind of ping, stick to their leg. But I think it looks pretty cool. He holds both blasters very nicely. Yeah, I really like this, how snug this helmet fits on his head. I think it looks good. As far as his articulation goes, his head can do a full 360 rotation. It can look up, pretty good looking up, and it can look down, and it can pivot, especially in the helmet. The helmet it has a little bit of give, so it can do that. Without the helmet, you can't really pivot his head too much side to side. But we got we got a little giant turkey. We got a little turkey, a little gobbler. His arms also move up about that far. Pretty good range of motion there. Down, full 360 rotation, and this is where the range of motion goes to shit. The elbows, a little bit less than 90 degrees, so I mean, we should at least get 90 degrees out of these elbows. They really need to go back and retool this. These elbow joints on these stormtroopers, they're just atrocious. But they do also swivel at the elbow, and then you have your wrist swivel and your hinges, which go in back and forth. And I believe this one is not an up and down; it's also a back and forth. So he also does have the diaphragm joint, which rotates like that, and it can pivot side to side, and it can also swivel. So there's that. No waist swivel because you have the diaphragm joint here. You can do the splits about that far. His legs, both his legs can go forward nicely. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He's got an ankle hinge, which goes back and forth, and he does have that nice ankle pivot, which we're all used to. So overall, I mean, he's pretty much got the same exact articulation as a regular stormtrooper here. Let me see if a regular stormtrooper is taller than Finn here. Apparently there's a bunch of kids outside playing. It's 50 degrees in Buffalo right now, and it's February. So so there you go. Stormtrooper is definitely larger than Finn. Let's check it with the helmet on. Boom. And he's still taller, so that's good. I think that's good. It gives a nice diversity between Finn and the regular stormtroopers. I would like to see a female stormtrooper down the road. Hopefully they give us that. Hopefully we get some rebel troopers too from the original trilogy. That I would love that. I would absolutely adore that, actually. But I mean, he actually is shorter. I believe the torso is kind of sunken in. If you take a look here, how much length there is in the torso between the diaphragm joint and here, there's almost, I want to say, you know what? This is a different chest piece because this is a thicker chest piece right here. So this might be a new mold right here, as opposed to this, which looks thinner. If you look at them closely, you can tell that this is skinnier and this is wider. So this might be actually a new mold here, which is pretty good, seeing as they could have went the cheap route and just given you the stormtrooper body with a Finn head, and they could have reused this head, where they didn't decide to do that. They actually decided to give you a new molded chest piece here that's shorter and sits shorter, so to make him shorter, because he is a shorter character, as I say, shorter 4 times in a row. And they decided to also give you a new head sculpt, which actually is the better head sculpt. So, kudos to Hasbro for actually going the extra mile there. I can appreciate that. Like I said, with the Black Series, the sculpting is really good. It's pretty much verbatim the same sculpt over again. I think this chest piece is a new piece. Let me see if there's any differences in the back. Yeah, you can definitely tell that this is a wider chest piece. Huh. Glad I just noticed that. But it does look cool. I'm definitely going to have him probably with his helmet on. I don't know. Maybe with his helmet off. I don't know. Still looks pretty cool. I'm going to pause this really quick. I'm going to go get some other stormtroopers just to do a comparison. Okay, and we're back with Han Solo and Luke Skywalker here, and I'm going to take all their helmets off, and we'll just do a little comparison with these guys. There we go. Actually, one of the better head sculpts right there. I feel like it's an underrated figure, both these figures, actually. As you can see, Han Solo is much larger than both of them. Let's take back to back with Luke and Finn. Oh, they're pretty much... Oh, Finn's actually a little bit taller than Luke. Huh. That's very interesting. Luke, you're so short. But, yeah, I think that pretty much sums up everything about FN-2187 here. Little fun fact, if you did not know, a lot of people probably know this by now, but I'll just say it anyway. It's actually a play on of the little nod, his FN-2187. The 2187 was actually the cell where Princess Leia was held in A New Hope. So I thought that was pretty cool that they decided to go with that set of numbers for him. But yeah, definitely I would say pick up FN-2187. He's a good figure. I like Finn. I thought John Boyega did a great job in the movie, and I really liked that movie. So yeah, definitely pick him up. I would recommend him. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.